Have to stay.
Oh, vanity dreaming, nibbling on sponge cake, watching
All
the
right.
sun.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get started. I ask that you mute your microphones until we ask you to unmute to have a part in today's meeting. So, welcome to the Rotary Club of Norfolk. As we like to do, we start our meetings with music, and Bob Healy, if you could lead us in song.
Oh, all right, and you can hear me, I trust.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I don't ever like to start. Well, this song is from our Rotary Songbook, and it was written in 1930, right, really, I guess at the beginning of the Depression, the Great Depression. So it's kind of a fun song to sing now as we're coming out of our pandemic. The sunny side of the street. Well, grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries at the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter-pat? And the happy tune is your step. Life can be complete on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with the blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. All right, and now for thank you, Jim. And now for our patriotic, let's do the third verse, and trick you up a bit, of America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful, for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country love, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. President Jim.
Thank you very much, Bob. Appreciate it. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
And now, if you will all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, if you all join me in Rotary's four-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And Bob Healy.
And will it be fun?
Thanks again, Bob. Appreciate it. And now our invocation will be given to us by Pam Tubbs.
Thank you, President Jim. We offer today our thanks as Rotarians for our manifold blessings, our relative luxury, opportunities unknown to many in the world. Lord, help us to review our checkbooks and our lives with honesty as we consider our priorities and our opportunity to help others. Open our hearts and our accounts to those in need, while still providing us with appropriate fruits of our own labors. Help us to share not only our tangible wealth, but also our intangible riches of knowledge, leadership, and creativity to make our city, our nation, and our world a better place filled with peace and love that you can bring through us. Amen.
Thank you, Pam. Want to let everyone know that our school of the week this week is Tarleton Elementary School. And just want to see, is Joe Massey here? Okay, I don't see Joe, but does anyone know of anyone in our club who could use some attention or has an update on any of our members? Barb Lipskis.
I have an update on Chris McKinnon. She has been moved to a rehab facility up in Philadelphia. That's really good news because she'll get low stimulation neuro occupational therapy and physical therapy and speech therapy. She does have some movement in her left hand and her left eye. It's non-purposeful at this moment, but they continue to work with her, and please continue to keep the family in your prayers. The hard thing about this is they won't be able to visit her every day. And so it's a dramatic step for the family and for Chris, but we hope that she's on the right path to recovery, and just please keep her in your prayers.
Thanks for that update, Barb. And I just reiterate, the family's going through a very difficult time, and let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Thanks. Anyone else have anything to share? Okay. Our scribe today is David Brandt, and we're also recording just in case we need a backup. I have some good news to share with the club, and that is that July 6th is going to be the induction ceremony for the next administration and board. And I'm just here to let the club know that that meeting is going to be held, barring any unforeseen circumstances. We signed a contract to have that at the Town Point Club on July 6th. So that will be an in-person meeting for us. Hopefully it'll be the first of many, if not back to normal. I'll also let you know we are exploring on the, I believe, June 15th, we're scheduled to have Mayor Alexander come speak to our club, and we are exploring with his office to see if he's willing to do that in person. Also, many of you are probably aware that June 15th is supposed to be a major turning point, as the governor has sort of pre-announced, and we would like to take advantage of that. And if we can meet on the 15th, and again, it will be at Town Point Club, we will make sure everyone knows in advance. So I know this is something a lot of people have been looking forward to and waiting for, and we are certainly moving in that right direction. So thank you for your patience in indulging the Zoom meetings. I think we've done a reasonably good job of having some interesting programs, but I do know that we all miss the in-person meetings, and we're on that path. So Sigger, I believe that we have a Paul Harris Fellow to bestow, a +1 for one of our members.
We do. So, as most of you probably know, Chris Bugg and I have this little ongoing back-to-back with each other, because he went to Duke and I went to their arch rival, UNC Chapel Hill. So it gives me great pleasure to tell you all that Chris is now a Paul Harris Fellow +1. And Chris, we thank you so much for your contributions to the Rotary Foundation. They mean so much to the people, not only in our community, which it helps to support, but also to the world.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even know, but it's okay for you to say pretty good for a Duke guy.
Yes. So you should know that when the choir travels, my roomie is a Dookie also. And I
Okay.
we might give each other a hard time, but it's all in fun.
I got lots of enemies in here between you and Jim Kitts.
Oh, yes. But you also have some other Duke people like Joe Massey and Marty Race.
And Navy people.
Yes, and Navy people, a lot of Navy people.
Thank you.
I'm going to let that slide, Chris. I'm going to let that slide, but beat Navy.
Oh, I thought you were going to let it slide.
I lied. Walt, an upcoming community service event that we have.
Okay, we've got a couple of things on the agenda. Actually, tomorrow we have an opportunity for folks to volunteer at the Basilica of St. Mary's in downtown Norfolk at 1000 Holt Street. Currently, they're depending on us for 8 volunteers and we have 1 signed up. So if anybody has time tomorrow morning, and that is from 8 o'clock in the morning until 11:30, downtown Norfolk, right at the Basilica, which is on 1000 Holt Street. And that's an indoor kind of activity, and they're distributing groceries, as other folks in the club know. So if you can just drop me a text or during this, that'd be great. I'll take your name and submit it to the food bank, who's actually organizing this, and forward it on to the Basilica. Next, we have a food bank opportunity on the 25th of May from, the rules are kind of changed. Initially, it was supposed to be from 9 to noon, but they changed the rules. So now anytime between 9 o'clock in the morning and 2:30 in the afternoon, if anybody can just volunteer for a 90-minute segment of time, they're going to have people walk in throughout that entire 5.5-hour event. Just provide that sorting and containerizing of food goods at the food bank. The event after that is Clean Up the Bay Day on June 5th. And Keep Norfolk Beautiful has allowed us to go into the Sarah Constant Beach Park right there on Ocean View in Norfolk. Potentially meeting there, or we will meet there at 8:30 in the morning. Hopefully be wrapped up by 10:30 that morning. And if anybody wants to stick around and just enjoy the park after that, feel free. They're going to supply all the pickup sticks and trash bags and sanitizer that we need for that event. But those are the 3 events we currently have scheduled. But again, the most dire need we have is tomorrow for the to support that food distribution at the Basilica. We need a bunch of folks. So if you have time, please let me know. And again, it's at 8 to 11:30 tomorrow morning.
Okay. Walt, I saw one in the chat, and I also know that someone signed up a little bit early or later this morning. So I think we're at 3. So again, I personally, I went to the last St. Mary's distribution, and it was a really good experience, and I highly encourage our members to consider coming out and joining us in that endeavor. Before we move on to not 1 but 2 inductions, I want to open it up to the membership. Well, no, first, before we go further, Sally, I'm sorry, I'm going to preemptively fine you for not being present when a very vital shout out was done by Clay Dills at last week's meeting. So you're fined $5 for missing your shout out last week.
I know, I hated to miss that, and I so appreciated it because I'm a big fan of Clay's, and I did watch the recorded version, so that was nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael, too. So.
Okay. Well, your fine is still $5.
I was driving to OBX. It was in the car. I couldn't do 2 things at once.
Anyone else have any good news that they would like to share with the club? And it may
President
just
Jim,
Yes, go ahead, Lisa.
I will offer happy bucks for a new addition to our family. I think you all got to see him at the board meeting yesterday. And he's 11 weeks old and is very hairy and comes with 4 legs and a tail. And we are enjoying the heck out of him, but often terrified because we've taken on this puppy. So anyway, I offer happy bucks for this little guy.
Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate it. Michael Des Plaines.
Yes, President Jim, I have several happy bucks that I will happily Venmo the club at Rotary Club Norfolk. First, I have happy bucks for past President Lorna, who joined me for lunch here today, my treat, so that she could help me put in my Rotary goals for the year, which is something that president-elects have to do, which I'm sure I learned how to do on one of the 8,000 Zoom trainings that I attended, but didn't pay attention. So, you know, Rotarians were honest. So I called up Lorna and I said, they're due and I don't know how to do it. Can you show me? So happy bucks for that. I have happy bucks because I'm so happy that we will return to in-person meetings July 6th. I cannot wait to sit at a table and laugh with people and sing songs, and I might even cry. And then lastly, happy bucks, Jim, for what you've done. I know your reign is not over yet, but seriously, to have kept us together at such a high level of participation for so long over this ridiculous computer screen is just nothing short of miraculous and true service above self. So big happy bucks for that. And I'd encourage everyone else on this call in the club to send some in too.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sharon.
Well, today is my daughter's birthday, so I'll offer up some happy bucks for her. And 2 weeks ago were my twin boys' birthday. And then that week, I actually got to see all 3 of them and be with them. So it was nothing short of miraculous and so good to actually touch and hold my children. So definitely happy. Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon. Sigger.
I will give some happy bucks because I've just returned from my wonderful trip to Texas, where I visited with not 1, but 2 former college roommates and friends. And we took a trip to Eureka Springs. It was a wonderful trip and felt very safe on the airplanes, etc. So glad to be back in Norfolk. So I'll pace up a little bit.
Thank you, Sigger. Appreciate it. Jeff, I think you had your hand raised also.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Really had a wonderful trip. Took a quick drive up the coast, went up and spent Mother's Day with my 91-year-old mother, and it was outstanding. But a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our club. Not birthing people, but mothers. Thank you very much for everything you've done.
Thank you, Jeff. Anyone else have anything they want to share? Yes, Lorna.
Okay, I think I should give some money because my husband's birthday is today and I'm spending his birthday with Michael. So I thought I should donate some money on behalf of my husband, who has been delightful and has supported me, as you know, through all my transition through Rotary.
And he's also French Canadian, like me.
And he's French Canadian like Michael. So I'll contribute some money for that.
Thank you, Lorna. All right, we're on. Anyone else? Let's keep raising money for Norfolk Rotary Charities. All right. Well, thank you all. I appreciate that. And now we're going to move on to really one of the happier moments for a club president. We have not 1, but 2 inductions to do today. So, and we have a little script, so this may be redundant when we do it twice. But fellow Rotarians, it's my pleasure and privilege today to welcome into membership in our club Deborah Davis, whose name was proposed by Sigurd Whitaker. The recommendation was approved by our board of directors. You have been invited into membership, Deborah, and the Rotary Club of Norfolk has accepted you as a person of good character, high ethical standards, and a person who has the heart of service. Deborah, you are beginning a great adventure in leadership, in friendship, and service to your community and your fellow man. Now I have the pleasure of asking your sponsor, Sigurd Whitaker, to virtually pin the Rotary emblem on you and to introduce you to our club. Sigurd.
I'm delighted to introduce and pin Deb Davis as a member of our club. She's a Rotarian in spirit long before she ever knew about Rotary and has been involved in service for many, many years. She's an avid traveler on trips to a variety of places, but one to Kenya led her ultimately to find out about Rotary. While in Kenya, she was working at and is on the board of the Harambee, which means everyone come together, where she met Tommy Nawabwin there. And he's a member of the Rotary in Kenya, and he's the one who suggested to her that she needs to check out Rotary, and she did, and then decided to join our club, and I'm just delighted. And she's looking forward to visiting other Rotary clubs as she travels internationally, and particularly back to Africa. She grew up on a farm in Upper Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And while she was there, she worked with some mentally disabled children at a summer camp. And that's when she knew what her life's purpose was going to be involved in education from them. She graduated from Millersville State College in Pennsylvania with a degree in special ed. And she has retired after teaching for 33 years in the Norfolk Public Schools. She likes to experience new things and to meet new people. In addition to travel, she's an avid reader and she likes to bake. So please join with me in welcoming Deb Davis to our club.
Deb, you have, this is your opportunity to have the floor.
Oh, thank you, everybody. I just love what I see in this group. I've been kind of on a lot of the Zoom meetings even before I was a member or asked to be a member. And I really appreciate the work that you do. I worked in Toddwater Park Elementary School, and that the programs that you do at the Y there benefit those students. I've worked in a lot of communities of need in Norfolk, and I see so many good things that you're doing, and I'm so happy to be able to be a part of them. So thank you for welcoming me.
Absolutely. Well, Deb, it is my privilege and honor to induct you as a member of the Rotary Club of Norfolk. Fellow Rotarians, I present to you Rotarian Deb Davis, and I charge you not to fail in your duty as Rotarians to give Deb your friendship and support and to help her fulfill her membership duties. So Deb, welcome to the Rotary Club.
Thank you. I didn't know I was going to have to speak, but I also wanted to thank Sigurd. She's an amazing person to have as a mentor, as a sponsor, as she's a blessing to the club and to anybody who deals with her. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Sigurd. Okay. And now, believe it or not, we have another induction. So fellow Rotarians, my privilege and pleasure today to welcome into membership into our club Lauren Labonte, whose name was proposed by Sally Hartman. The recommendation was once again approved by our board of directors and membership. You are being invited to membership, and the Rotary Club of Norfolk has accepted you as a person of good character, high ethical standards, and a person who has the heart of service. Lauren, you're going to be rejoining our community on this great adventure, and because you were a former member several years ago, and now I'm going to ask that your sponsor, Sally Hartman, virtually pin your Rotary emblem on you and introduce you to our club.
Okay, I'm virtually pinning her in Key West, where we all wish we were. So Lauren is the market leader for Cap Center, which is a mortgage lender here. And she was a member of our club between 2012 and 15 when she was managed the Heritage Bank office in downtown Norfolk. And then she moved to Virginia Beach. And that was when she left our club. So we're delighted she's back. She grew up in Norfolk in the Willoughby area, graduated from Old Dominion with a business degree and had her career in banking. She lives in Virginia Beach in the Cape Story area right now and is the co-leader of a CHKD circle, the Magnolia Circle. And she's also involved in CBDX, which is a young leader group around the Central Business District in Virginia Beach. She enjoys long walks on the beach with her Boston Terrier, Daisy. She has an extended family with lots of nieces and nephews. And in her free time, she enjoys wine tasting and traveling, which she's doing now. And she is excited to be back in our club because we pair fun with philanthropy. That's us. And that we're very active and focused on the 4-way test. So welcome back, Lauren. Happy you're here.
Lauren, you have the floor.
Just wanted to say thank you to all of you for allowing me to join you again. I am looking forward to being a part of your ranks and raising some money, as well as having a little bit of fun. As you can hear from Key West, I'm big on the fun, but also big on the the raising money. So I really do appreciate all of you, and especially Sally for sponsoring me. And I look forward to rejoining you guys. And I hear it's going to be in person soon, so that's even more exciting. So thank you all.
Well, Lauren, enjoy your trip down there. And it is my privilege and honor to induct you as a member of the Rotary Club of Norfolk. And once again, fellow Rotarians, I present to you our newest Rotarian, Lauren Labonte, and I charge you not to fail in your duties as Rotarians to give Lauren your friendship and support to fulfill her membership duties. So welcome, Lauren. Welcome, Deb.
Thank you.
An exciting day for the Rotary Club of Norfolk. Okay, moving along, our Vice President in charge of programs is Lori Harrison, and Lori is currently traveling. So we actually have a double header in our program today, and we're going to start off with Rich Salon, and Rich is going to be talking to us about Rotary Works, and I'll just give you a little bit of Rich's background. Rich is a member of the Rotary Club of Goochland County. He's a 5-year Rotarian and currently serves as the district membership chair. He's also an Area 18 governor for the district, and he is the Rotary Means Business Champion for District 7600. He is also a project team member for Rotary Works. He was recently appointed Innovative Member Pathways Coordinator for Zone 33, inspiring alternative membership types for clubs from Pittsburgh through South Carolina. Outside of Rotary, Rich is a human resources professional. Many people know him by his nickname. It's Rich the HR guy, and I can attest to that being at some district meetings with Rich. He helps companies improve the employee experience for staff members at all levels. He is also a career transition coach, helping people with their career search since 2009. Without further ado, I present to you Rich Salon.
It is so good to be with the Norfolk Rotary Club. I've only been a Rotarian 5 years. I have never been in the presence of a club with 100 members, or now I believe 102 members. That is absolutely phenomenal. My club in Goochland, we are 59, soon to become 63 members. with 4 inductions next week planned. So this is an absolute treat. In fact, the next time you see Sigur, hit her up for $5 happy and I'll repay her sometime. So it's great to be here. But today I want to talk about one of my topics, and it's fairly brief. Rotary Works. Each of you have seen changes within our great country, within our great world in the last 15 months now since the pandemic started, 14 months. In the United States alone, we have witnessed over 89 million job losses. Yep, that's a lot of zeros. And so about 6 months ago, we came to the realization that those job losses are going to impact our Rotarians. So we created this program in the spirit of Rotarians helping Rotarians, and it's called Rotary Works. In a nutshell, it is a comprehensive career transition program for Rotary Club members and Rotaractors for Zone 33 and 34. That's Pennsylvania all the way down to the Caribbean islands. It's about 55,000 club members. I feel real bad for the Rotaractors. Many of them are graduating college to the worst job market in years, probably the worst job market since the early 80s. So, and yeah, a couple of us still remember that one. So, in club members, be it Rotarians or Rotaractors. So let me tell you about this program we call Rotary Works. There's several components. We have a monthly career development series. Tomorrow is one. Tomorrow it's every second Wednesday of the month at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow's series is about roadblocks, overcoming roadblocks. Past series have talked about LinkedIn, networking, personal branding, finding your why, a real foundational material. Last month's was, so you want to become your own boss? You know, people want to become a business owner for their career path. So we're really looking at this whole program from soup to nuts. In June, it's networking. In July, it's something else. I'm not on the hook for that one. In August, we're going to be talking about careers during our gig economy. So every month there's a 1-hour seminar. And here's the cool thing. It's recorded and we plaster it on the website. In fact, if any of you would like to do double duty right now, just type in rotary.works, WORKS. Go to your browser, type in rotary.works. It'll take you to the Rotary Zone 3233 website. So aside, and it's got everything there. So aside from the development seminars, there's 3 of us who have extensive career transition coaching. And we have about 40 Rotarians who have coaching experience, executive coaching as an example, life coaching. And we're in the process of converting those other 40 people to career transition coaches so that any of our Rotarians in their career search, be it out of a job, want to upgrade, want to try something different, can simply sign up and get the free services of one of our coaches. Okay, it's all there. One of the future advents of this program, Rotary Works, will be a job board currently under construction. So, but we're going to have companies coming at us and we're going to be posting jobs from Pennsylvania to the Caribbean islands. We're very, very excited about it. We also just added, we call it mock interviewing, practice interviewing. Somebody has an interview upcoming, they want some practice, we'll set them up with an interview partner so that they can practice. One other component, each of you know District Governor Clarice Platt. Clarice Glenyce is championing a very, very important part of Rotary Works. It's called the Impact Fund. Rotarians have the ability to contribute voluntarily to this impact fund through money, through financial donations, even if it's 5, 10, 20 bucks, whatever. And then people in their job search, in their career search, we hope they wouldn't leave in the event that they're strapped financially. So a career seeker has the ability to apply for a grant, one-time grant, up to $500, if it can help them get them to networking meetings, if it can help them get a professional resume, if it can help them with anything regarding their career search, or to put food on the table. That's a great reason. So again, Rotary Works, it's a comprehensive training program, career transition program. It's designed in the spirit of Rotarians helping Rotarians. Okay, we're trying to help our fellow Rotarians get a leg up, because many have been impacted by the COVID-19. The other feature is there is a host of resources, from resume to marketing summary. There's just a plethora of resources on that site. We encourage people to speak up. Their career is not where they want it to be. They're out of a job. They want to do something different. They don't feel fulfilled. A career is a very, very important part of each of us till the day we retire. And until the day they retire, career fulfillment should never be taken lightly. People need and should feel good about their career, and people deserve to be happy. That's where we come in. Rotarians helping Rotarians. It's difficult to get excited about the community, helping the community, making the community better, if you don't feel good about your career. That's where Rotary Works comes in. And all the information is on that website. View the webinars, see the resources, all the different files. Sign up for a coach. Seek a grant from the Impact Fund. So that's Rotary Works. I'm blessed. I've been a career transition coach. I've been helping people with their job search after work for about 12 years. And I've been helping them at work as Rich, the HR guy, overlapping about 25 years. And so it's my passions. I feel blessed that I was asked to be on the project team. But again, in the spirit of Rotarians helping Rotarians, Rotary Works. Okay. I appreciate this time. I'll stay on if anybody has any questions. And if no questions, I'm probably still going to stay on.
Anyone have any questions for Rich? Rich, I have one for you. Is the funding for the Impact Awards, is that strictly coming from Rotarian donations, or is there some RI?
That's a great question.
From that too?
That's a great question. It's funded 100% by Rotarians. We didn't go to RI for the Kickstart. We kind of started ourselves within the project team.
Okay. I will tell you and everyone that I took you up on your, type in rotary.works, and yes, it does come up, and it does look like it is an extensive site. And just to clarify, this is for Rotarians and members of Rotaract, correct?
Correct. With the exception, the videos and the broadcasts, they can be viewed and seen and watched by anybody on the planet. Family members can watch the videos live. Public can invite it live, and anybody can access the site, and see the recorded webinars. Everything else outside of the webinar series is reserved for Rotarians and Rotaractors.
Okay. Any questions? Any questions from Rich? I'm just scanning faces. Feel free to hop in if you have a question. All right. Well, Rich, thank you very much for joining us. And just to give you the opportunity, if you wish to sign off, I'm just going to let you know, because I know our next speaker already knows this, but we are a club very committed to childhood literacy. And I had mentioned earlier in the meeting that our school of the week was Tarleton Elementary School. And to commemorate and to thank you and our other speaker, Mark Shaw, for joining us today, we're going to be presenting a book inscribed in your honor, commemorating today, and that will go into the Tarleton Elementary Library. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. It was great information that you passed along, and I will make sure in my president's message that the website gets out there again. And again, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, great to be here, and I'm great to be here. And again, I'm going to stay on because I'm looking forward to hearing the next presenter.
Okay, Baranu has a question.
Would you repeat the address, please, the website?
Yes. If you type in Rotary, ROTARY, and then .works, WORKS, it will come up.
Thank you. Thank you much.
Okay. Well, again, thank you, Rich. We certainly appreciate it. Our next speaker is our very own Mark Shaw. Mark Shaw has been a Rotarian since 1985. He's one of our past presidents. He was past president for Rotary year 91-92. He is a Paul Harris Fellow +3. But more importantly, for the purposes of this presentation that he's giving us, he's also a Charles Woodard Fellow. So Mark is going to be letting us know a little bit of the history and purpose of the Norfolk Rotary endowment. So Mark, without further ado, you have the floor, sir. Mr. Past President Shaw.
Thank you, President Jim. I appreciate it very much. And like someone said earlier, you've done a phenomenal job during this COVID mess that we have going on. I'm looking forward to getting back, but nobody can do a better job than you've done. I'm 100% on that. Jim asked me to say something about the Norfolk Rotary endowment, which we created back the year that I was president, 91-92. And it's not, it doesn't take too long to kind of do that. So Laurie Harrison called me. She says, well, maybe you could do a classification. We used to do those. I don't remember what they were.
Hey, Mark,
interested in that. Was
Mark, can I interrupt for a second?
A lot of times. He says, well, send me your bio. I said, well, I don't have a bio. So I came back. I said, look, just turn it over to me and I'll mix it around best I can. So just to fill a little bit of time.
Hey, Mark?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mark, you are really coming in broken up, unfortunately. Okay, who's a Zoom expert who might be able to help us with this?
I suggest that he takes his phone to another place with a stronger signal.
Sent me a gift card to
Did you hear that, Mark?
I said the kids sent me a gift card to Surfrider.
Michelle Nettles, your mic is on.
Yep. Mark?
Okay. Well, tonight, be the way it is. Your host has had.
Okay, well, I have one idea to share with everyone, and that came from
Can you
Kelly.
hear me now?
Kelly asked if we can like turn our cameras off, but that might change the bandwidth, and we'll at least be able to hear you. So I'm going to stop my video right now, but I'm still here, and if everyone can do the same, hopefully that'll give Mark some more bandwidth.
I did hear that, although I have a pretty strong signal here. Okay, testing. One, two,
you
three,
sound a little
four.
better. You do sound a little better,
Okay.
Mark.
That is not. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go right ahead,
Testing.
Mark.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can you hear me reasonably well?
Yes.
Let me pull this up on the other. Are we okay?
Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. So we get right into the foundation. Now I think you're hearing me, maybe. The foundation was created in 1992 during my year as president. I'm getting some feedback. Am I still being heard?
Can everyone mute their microphones, please, except for Mark?
Okay. Going on again. So looking at things to do, just like today with our new incoming president, we didn't have the formality of putting things together and sending them off to Rotary for some help or some guidance. My father-in-law, Harry McCoy, former Rotarian, long serving, we were down at Sandbridge and talking about things during the year, and had recently been involved in the establishment of a endowment for a church, and thought that Rotary needed a endowment, a local endowment with permanent funding, and that we didn't have that. Of course, we had the Rotary International Foundation, which is in my opinion, the best foundation in the world. And we had Rotary Charities, which held funds that we had accumulated from fundraising in the past, even going back as far as when we sold Christmas trees. I wasn't here then. That's a long time ago. But we had fundraisers and money went into it. We accumulated enough money that the club felt that at that time, at least leadership, that money was something we were just keeping for emergencies and so forth, but we could spend it at any time. And we did a couple of, and again, this is the Rotary Charities, and we did. We bought vans, 2 vans over a few years for the Senior Center, Citizen Center. That type of project we could do, and that was thing. But those funds could be used and they could be gone if any board or anything said, okay, we're going to do this project, which is fine. So we thought we needed something that was kept in perpetuity. So we founded the Norfolk Rotary Club Endowment Fund. 11 Rotarians, most of them not with us right now. We donated $1,000 each to get the endowment started. It was a permanent fund, and it had to be used in the local community. One of the reasons that it was set up this way is that for future Rotarians, and a line that we used from the podium all year long when we were promoting it and when it was coming together, was that this is a fund for the people who are going to be sitting in these chairs 20 years from now. Now, having said that, we didn't have any idea about the pandemic or any of this type of stuff, but it does give us a permanent fund where we have the interest off of it that can be used for charities in the local area. And it assures that the people sitting in our chairs now, 20 years from now, will be able to do significant works and will have a permanent endowment. So that was the theory in setting it up. We did initially put 10% of all our money raised on fundraisers into the endowment. That was a pretty standard thing for a long time. We also set it up in the Norfolk Foundation, which is now the Hampton Roads Foundation. And we looked around at private folks, and this, that, and the other, and felt that they were the absolute best. And it took all the work from our end out of it. And they've just done a phenomenal job over the years, just excellent. So that's how it sort of came about. That's where it is. And now there's been some other changes. So if you write a check you want to put it in the endowment, you write a check to Norfolk Rotary Charities, which is the vehicle to move the money in. You endorse it for the Norfolk Rotary Club Endowment Fund. Again, that has to be local. We can only use the interest off of that. The principal carries forward, and it has to be used locally. During our fundraisers in the past, and some of the new members might not remember, we actually would have pitched the Rotary Foundation in a particular meeting, and then we'd also differentiate the endowment so that the Rotarians were comfortable on which was which, and there wasn't confusion. If you wanted to put money into the foundation, you didn't accidentally put it into the endowment or vice versa. And we would pass out forms that said, okay, we're raising money here, and you could write in how much you were giving to the foundation, how much you wanted to put into the endowment, if any, and turn that in, and then we would bill you. And that's how we would do that once a year. For a long time, the fines went into the endowment. I think we moved away from that and put them into charities directly now. But that was all kind of the history of it and where it came. I think it's a great thing, and Jim's told me that it's helped a lot this year. The only thing I don't know, and Sally Hartman might know, and Jim Kitts probably knows, is how much money is in the endowment today.
So I can help you with that, Mark.
I figured so.
I can help you with that. As of yesterday, the total fund balance in the Norfolk Rotary Endowment Fund was a little bit over $667,000. I will tell you that last year, the club got right around $26,000 distribution from that, and that went towards our grant campaign. And it looks like for this coming year, for next year's grant campaign, we're going to be able to withdraw about $26,500. So, it is something that was a wonderful thing that was started, by Rotarians a long time ago. But I will also let you know that there still are contributions that go into it. Last year there were contributions of $8,500, and that's a combination of directed by individual donors, and also some of the Happy Bucks still do go there. So we are adding to it over time. Back to you, Mark.
Okay. One more thing to add is a run out. We did have a significant contribution from Charles Woodard, and he left the club $40,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, in his will, and that was a significant prop up for that. And now we have, if you participate in the endowment up to $1,000, you become a Charles Woodard Fellow. And it's really a good program. I urge everybody to keep it up. I think it's during where we've had to fundraise, we've had to do all this. We've had some funds there that can help us, you know, through the work that we're doing. It's kept all these great projects going. It's just fantastic. And who knows in the future, what we're all talking about now is who's going to be in these chairs 20 years from now. I won't be here, but there'll be a lot. Yeah, but that's all I have really on that.
I can make another comment or two if you want, because I worked at the foundation
Sure.
for a number of years, and we were thrilled to have that. There was a saying there, when is the best time to start an endowment? And it's a lot like, when is the best time to plant a tree? And you would say, well, 30 years ago would have been a great time because that tree would be big, and so would the endowment. And the next best time is now. But for years, I think the club just put money into the endowment. But a number of years ago decided to start taking some out. And the foundation has a spending policy every year. Last I tuned in, it was like 4.5%. And you have the option of taking it out or letting it grow more. But I'm really happy the club started a few years ago actually taking the money and using it, because that's what it's intended for. And there have been a couple of bequests that went in there where people thought to put something in their estate plan for that. And that's been really nice. There have also been memorial gifts. Bob Latimer, I believe, the endowment was designated, or the club charities, and then money went in there from that. But thank you, Mark, for having all that foresight in 91, 92 to get that going, because most clubs don't have anything like this.
Julie.
Yes, I was president when that bequest was announced. I received a phone call from a lawyer telling me about it, and I almost fell off my chair because I think it was closer to 175,000, but I can't remember exactly. But it came in 2 installments, like 100 and another 50, 60, I think. So it was a sizable contribution.
Good.
Thank you, Julie. Anyone else have any questions about the endowment that is associated with our club and with Norfolk Rotary Charities? Okay, well, I will tell you that given the fact that there were no major fundraisers this year, that having the endowment as a base that we could work off of for this year's grant campaign, it's an invaluable asset, and I encourage everyone to the maximum extent that you can. And I know there's lots of Rotary places and lots of non-Rotary places reaching out for your dollars, but I would ask that you strongly consider the Norfolk Rotary Endowment. It's local. We control where it goes through our grant process, and it's been a wonderful thing. And Mark, congratulations! If that started during your presidency, what a legacy to leave. All right. If there's no further questions, I want to thank Rich and Mark again for joining us. And as I mentioned, a book is going to be donated in both of your honors at Tarleton Elementary School. Our next meeting will be next week, May 18th, and it will be backed by popular demand, a member networking event. The last one went so well, and many people requested that we do the breakout room thing again. So we're going to be doing that next week, and stay tuned for my president's message, and we'll give you a topic to think about. But so welcome to our new members. Welcome Deb, welcome Lauren. Thank you to the sponsors who helped bring them to our club. And you all have a good week, and look forward to seeing you next week. We are adjourned.
So I've got a question before you go.
Okay,
Hello?
go ahead, Will.
Yeah, this July the 6th, Town Point Club.
Yes.
Give me your I just want to talk to you some more about that.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
Okay, or can I call you?
Or you can call me if you want. That's fine.
What's your number again?
477-9193.
477-9193?
Yep.
I'll call you someday this week, okay?
Okay, great.
Bye.
Everyone have a great week. Thanks for joining us.